Here we are, Protocol wired with Vampire Coast taking on Dynamite with the Warriors of Chaos. Oh, of course it's not going to work. Intro card. Hey, no way. Thanks you for the awesome channel, community, and tournaments. Hey, Demi Moore. I'm sorry, Demi Moore. Demi Moon. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means a lot to me, so thank you for the support, bud. Glad you're enjoying being part of the community. Now, Fresh Recruit Tournament number 5. This is round 3 of the best of 5 final between Protocol Wired and Dynamite. Vampire Coast versus Warriors of Chaos this time around. Let's go see what the players have brought for us. So, starting with the Vampire Coast, I'm going to throw it into slow-mo just really quick here. We have the Tide of Skuld, some zombie pirate deckhand mobs. Looks like 3 of them to be precise. No, 4 of them. One of them ROR, as I mentioned. We got 2 handguns here, one of which will be the Regiment of Renown the Black Spot. They have a bonus versus large in combat. They have a Carronade, as well as a Vampire Fleet Captain of Vampires, going to be bringing the Held Stance, Macabre, Taunt, Power Stone, Invocation of the Heck, and the Drowned Dead. He rides on the back of this crab into battle. We got the Night Terror Morghuls once again. We have the Lamprey's Revenge, that actual crab variant I referenced in the last battle. They have regeneration, not to mention armor-piercing fire coming from their back. And I got a grumpy baby in the background, so my apologies to everyone. Right now, we're going to be looking at the best unit in the game. It's a bloated corpse. It's going to be diving out, trying to find some value, exploding on the enemy. And boy, oh boy, we've seen some beautiful ones in tournaments before, and I hope to see a beautiful one today. Luther Harkin will be up in the air leading this force into battle. Top is Deathshriek Terrorgeist. He has Hornswaggle, Power Siphon, and that will be all with some Fell Bats up in the air to support him. Down on the ground for the Chaos Forces up front, we have Marauder Horsemen doing some early skirmishing. A 3rd unit way over here on their right flank. And then also a bit of an air force here in the form of 2 Feral Manticores who will be up in the air. That ought to make Luther Harkin think twice about flying around too carelessly, as he doesn't want to get double teamed by them. For the infantry, we have Chaos Marauders up front, along with Chaos Warrior. The Marauders are ranked up between 3 and 4 times. We have some Aspiring Champions. Don't see these guys too often. I absolutely love them. They're a great unit. And then we're going to have some Chosen with great weapons in the far back line, coming in here to do some hard-hitting, armor-piercing damage by the looks of it. Aspiring Champions, a 2nd unit will be seen. A Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, and other than that, I believe we just got the Big Papa himself, Archaon the Everchosen. Now Archaon will have the Burning Head, Flaming Sword of Ruin, the Slayer of Kings, Stand or Die, as well as Fireball, and Kindle Flame. So, he's coming in all decked out, and it's time to go into full motion, chat, so let's see what happens here. And Sirens, in case I forgot to mention them, are also hidden in this forest. One thing that unfortunately is not going to go well for our Vampire Coast player, is the Exploded Corpse has been seen. He needs a Speed of Lycos, which I don't think I saw. Yeah, no Speed of Lycos, so this bloated corpse is probably just going to get shot by these Marauder Horsemen. And oh, what a shame. The poor bloated corpse. That's going to get shot full of javelins. Oh no! It's still going to get its value. That's a big misplay by Chaos. That's what happens if you just walk into a bloated corpse. Your unit dies. They stand around stunned for a moment and then just waver permanently until they get taken off the battlefield for good. But oh my goodness, Archaon the Everchosen taking so much damage. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm so sorry I missed that. I was too absorbed with the bloated corpse, but something has just dealt so much damage. I'm imagining a combination of a breath and carronade shots going in on Archaon. But that is devastating. Oh man, he's still getting targeted by those cannonballs. He needs to get out of there, get into the forest somewhere, protect himself, because if Archaon falls, the rest of this Chaos army is likely to follow suit. Over here, Manticore's the Feral Manticore is getting down on top of the Carronade, tying it up, and the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth also getting in the back line. And here comes a Burning Head, and that Burning Head is going to be very nicely placed and do quite a lot of damage to the black spot, bringing him down to near half health. And the Burning Head may find some more value still as it goes through the Tide of Skull, but it looks like it's just barely going to miss him, not due to significant damage. Over here, Archaon the Everchosen, flying around, trying to stay away from Luther Harkin. His Marauder Horseman actually doing some good damage on top of him. Uh-oh. Luther Harkin's diving in now on top of Archaon the Everchosen. Archaon taking a huge hit, and he may very well die here in combat against this Deathstreak Terrorgeist that Luther is riding. And, oh, looks like he's in a... No, he's not even routing. How is he not routing? What is his HP? Oh no, there goes the Lord of the End Times, Archaon the Everchosen. He's going to fall off of his horse Dorgor and bite the dust, or snow in this case. And now it's just going to look like a daunting prospect for the forces of Chaos to win this. However, I do want to point out the Sirens very effectively countered by the Aspiring Champions, who do magical damage of their own. But yeah, this Dragon Ogre Shaggoth's going to need to hold the rest of the Chaos Army together. I mean, they still have some good infantry. They still have their 3 Marauder horses that are going to be putting a lot of pressure on top of Luther Harkin. But, you know, they're going to have to get away from him right now if they can't afford to lose any of these skirmishing units, and they basically need to use every single javelin to take down Luther Harkin. Over here, the Vampire Fleet Captain has taken some significant damage in combat against the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. The Night Terrors have come into play, though, and that has effectively routed all of the Chaos Infantry. So now we have a poor Shaggoth that is all by itself. However, Manticore and the Shaggoth are now trying to double team Luther Harkin, while the Shaggoth gets hit by the Lamprey's Revenge, the Night Terrors, and the Vampire Fleet Captain in return. But oh my goodness gracious, javelins are coming in. Could we see Luther Harkin die right here? Doesn't look like it, as the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is going to start routing. Overcast Invocation of the Heck is healing up all of the key players in this engagement, and these javelins just aren't doing enough damage quickly enough to kill off Luther Harkin. So, oh my goodness, guys. Here comes the other Manticore, though. Luther Harkin's in the air. He's going to be vulnerable to a charge here. Oh, it looks like it's going to whiff that. The RNG not going in favor of Chaos right now. And yeah, at this stage of the battle, it's going to be tough. Feral Manticore staying in combat with Luther Harkin, getting a nice hit in. Oh man, but with one last final hit, Luther Harkin sends that Manticore to its grave. Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is back in combat, but once again, he doesn't have any support with him. And big single entity units, as strong as they are, if they don't have infantry support, cavalry support, something to give some meat to them, they're going to lose. So a great series. Congratulations to Protocol Wired on that very big 3-0 win over his opponent Dynamite. And Dynamite, you know, great games, bud. I hope to see you in the tournaments to come. So really, congrats on making it this far to the final. It's no small feat. And Protocol Wired, you know, congrats to you on winning the whole thing. Some really nice builds there and nice execution on your part. So thank you all for tuning in to watch these battles. I had a good time casting them, and I hope you had a good time watching them.